from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
From Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Still 9 remaining on second down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Play action. Now Newman. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Newman. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Touchdown! Chase Claypool, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win. but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together. They've got a chance of coming out with a W.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. Here's Chase now on the jet sweep. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On third down, Burrow. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted? Picked off by Von Bell, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 63 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the jet sweep, here's Chase. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown,
That'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, I can see he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DJ Moore with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. And
eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Trey Hendrickson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Off the play fake, here's Newman. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And they'll try and throw for it with Newman. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Now it's Newman. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Jalen Guyton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Throwing again on second down. Burrow, he'll drop this one down to Mixon. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face a third down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side...
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the side.
And got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DJ Moore, 93 yards. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half. Boswell good with the extra point. And a wrap is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Burrow on first down. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we've come to halftime after a victory. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please? Thank you. All right, let's go. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that, man.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's what really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Play action. Newman sliding out of the pocket. Here's a diving catch right side.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Mostert. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. from the shotgun. Newman. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. Jalen Guyton. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. It's taken to the 26. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 38. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Williams. These two teams hooking up for the 2nd time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. Here's Newman to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jalen Guyton His third touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And we'll go underneath here to Evans. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Second and 10. Again, it's Burrow. He'll find Williams on the slant. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Burrow. On the screen, this is Evans. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Cameron Hayward make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's going to go down again. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. This is taken at about the 14. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. And they go play action now. Newman. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.